Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Queen of TV channel. Now, some quick things before we get into our intro. First, please watch the video to the very end and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Second, there will be cursing and profane. If that's not your cup of tea, this channel is not for you. Lastly, I will be giving my honest opinion about the episode and the show as a whole. So, without further ado, let's go into our intro. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, the Queen herself, and you are the Prince and Princesses. Why? Because you are either a subscriber or you are a viewer. Either way, welcome. Today, we are talking about H2O Season 3, Episode 11, Just a Girl at Heart. So, I'm going to have to break this up into like two parts because there's a lot going on. So we're going to start with Bella and Will first. Bella saw Will training and Sophie being very harsh to him, but Bella decided to walk away, but was in complete and utter disbelief in how Sophie was treating him. While she's at the Mako Island telling this to Rikki and Cleo, they tell her to just follow her instincts because they know she likes Will. While at Will's place, Sophie's letting him know that she found this famous sponsor to come out and see him and that he's coming tomorrow. He's worried and thinks that he's not ready, but she tells him that he will do great. Bella decides to take her friend's advice and goes to see Will, but instead she runs into Sophie. Sophie, who asks Zane earlier if she can take that day off and the next day off because she has an important business to do, unbeknownst to Zane. However, there's a mosquito in here. He was on the phone with a birthday party mom and not an executive person. So he accidentally booked the Juice Net Cafe to have a birthday, not the Juice Net Cafe, Ricky's Cafe to have a birthday party with kids who were the ages of 6. Because he got distracted by Sophie. Well, Bella asked if Will was there, and Sophie said no, and Bella said, there's more to life than just training, and Sophie can't really decide everything in his life. Well, she says she's going to decide that, and she walks off annoyed. So Bella finds Will where he's training at the pool where we first met Emma and Cleo. This is the same exact pool, which we have not seen since episode 1, season 1. And we saw that same pool again in season 1, episode 11. And after that, we never see this pool again until now. So Will and Bella start having fun, and Bella gives him some good advice. She tells him not to fight the water. Water's not your enemy. Swim with the water and it'll help you. She gives him some mermaid advice. So he does that, and his swimming does get a lot better. He starts to get faster. They're joking around and they're talking. He ends up purposely getting her wet so that way she'll get in the water and swim with him. This is when the sponsor shows up and Will has to ruin his sponsorship just to protect Bella. He later finds Bella, who thanks him, and he and her decide to go swimming together. Now, he does have to come up for air for a bit because obviously he has to get used to holding his breath. And they swim off together in this sweet sequence. He is later confronted by Sophie, who is mad at him and accuses him of hanging out with Bella and apparently tries to make it seem like Bella is cunning. He says that he was actually glad that she waited for him and that she was that cunning. And she apparently emotionally and mentally abuses him into feeling bad because she apparently reveals to us in this episode that she actually sacrificed all of her dreams just so he could pursue his. Which, if your parents can travel around the world the way that they do and have y'all go to all these different schools, if your parents can take your brother motocross riding all over the fucking mountains in the Indies, they don't seem to be broke. Why can't you ask them for money? So this is the manipulation that I was talking about when Will said he owes Sophie. Because Sophie decided to sacrifice her livelihood, he is supposed to pay her back by swimming his ass into exhaustion just to win some money so she can be rich. Where are their parents? So this emotional manipulation works because he blows off Bella just to go back training under Sophie, who treats him like shit. And he meets up with Bella. He is obviously very tired and worn out. And he starts talking to Bella, about her being a mermaid and how amazing it is. And she says, her being a mermaid is not all to her, but he says it is. So a lot of people, even like Bella, believe that meant that he only loved her because she was a mermaid. So I'm gonna wait to the review to dissect that for everybody because that is not the case. You kind of misread what he was saying. So Bella thinks that Will only likes the mermaid part where he can swim with, which is total bullshit because he has been knowing her since the first episode of this season. And he didn't find out she was a mermaid to the 10th episode. So I guarantee you, in them 9 episodes that he's talked to her, her being a mermaid isn't what started him to have feelings for her. Because in all truth and fairness, if we want to get technical, he's not the only boy on this show that let the girlfriend being a mermaid go to his head. So Bella tells Cleo and Rikki this, and they said she made the right choice by telling Will to stay away from her. And she kind of is questioning if she should have told Will her secret. So we back to distrusting him again. And that's how that is. That's actually how the episode ends. So let's talk about the other plot, which is of Rikki and Zane. Rikki has a business idea that Zane likes. He starts making calls to the people of his father who are executives to try to get something going for them. Rikki's excited and ready for it. Later on, she's not excited about the fact that Zane is going to go off to go motorcycle riding, and that he gave Sophie the day off and she's there by herself. He says she should be fine. It's an executive party. Like I said, Sophie distracted him and he accidentally set up a birthday party, not an executive party. So Rikki gets Cleo's help to help her out, and that's when the kids arrive and they are both dumbfounded. They are freaking out about what went wrong and that Zane must have made a terrible mistake. So the lady who's the host of the party tells them that the kids are a bit peckish and they obviously don't eat that kind of food, so that they're waiting for the entertainment. So Rikki says entertainment. That's when they find out that there's supposed to be a clown. So while Rikki is dealing with those kids and stopping them from turning up the cafe, Cleo went home to get the clown costume suit that her father wore for all her birthdays and had Rikki dressed into it. Kids are obviously not amused, but Rikki tries her best and she ends up almost getting fed up and using her powers. But Cleo realized that's a good idea. So Cleo used her powers to make 3 different water balls out of a jug of water. She ends up using her powers to make it seem like Rico the clown can juggle water. And as a result, Rikki ends up drinking water that's dropping from the midair. So one of the kids get a good idea to see if she can juggle any more water and throws it on her. She has to do cartwheels into the office and hide. By the time Zane comes back, they're cleaning up and he doesn't notice that they are both pissed. Rikki says that is the next party going to be over the age of 6, and that's when he noticed something went wrong. Now, to get their get back at him, they decide to set up another birthday party, and this time he has to be the clown. This is when they talk to Bella, and before the episode can actually end, to make Bella feel better, they go shopping. They see that Zane is struggling with all these kids, but they leave him to it as a way of that's what you get. And now the episode ends. So let's talk about it. In the lack of better words, because Will said a whole bunch, like a paragraph. He was saying that uh her being a mermaid was amazing. You know, it was special. That the the things that she can do as a mermaid, being able to swim in the water whenever she wants, how amazing it is, how she never get tired, how she can go so deep in the water, everything else, right? Stuff that people would resent her for. So when she told him that her being a mermaid is not all that she is, but he says that it really is, what he was alluding at, because he ended up using the wrong words, is that her being a mermaid is who she is because it's a part of her. It's a part of her that makes him glad to be near her. And in that, what he means is that he loves her as a person, and that her being a mermaid is an extension of the person that he loves. That is what he meant, but he used the wrong terms of words, so she got the wrong idea. Will does love Bella. He fell in love with Bella since day one. Every time this boy talks to this girl, he smiles. He's happy. He's free. He quits listening to Sophie. He actually enjoys the things that he does. He goes to her with advice with everything. She's the first person he always goes to talk to. When he sees her, he puts a smile on his face. We learned from Max in season 2. If she always smiles at you, that means that even if you're the only person in the room, every time she sees you, even if she sees you every day or something like that, she always has a smile on her face, right? That works for both genders. If a woman and a man is doing that, that means something. And Will is always doing that with Bella. She always makes him smile. So with Bella, Will has this connection. But because of the whole misunderstandings, because Bella apparently reads too much into stuff, because that's why she said she wasn't good with men, it's hard for Bella to realize that he likes her, which is why it took them so long to get together. Which is why when he started to bond with Rikki and Rikki started to ease up on the idea of him being a part of everything and actually accepted him, fans misread this as a romance instead of her finally acknowledging Will as a part of the group, because she's the only one that refuses to. So they thought, okay, so he's better off with Rikki then. No, that's not what was happening though. And we'll talk about that when we talk about episode 14. Well, now we're in a sticky situation, right? We're in a sticky, serious situation because Bella believes that Will doesn't like her at all, doesn't love her at all. And now Bella has caused her and Will not to be able to be a couple, which is not going to be difficult. It's going to be awkward between them. But other than that, let's talk about Sophie and her abuse onto Will. This is a different form of domestic abuse. Okay, you know, child abuse, regular domestic abuse. Okay, this is abuse like family abuse. This is where a family member can abuse you. This is like not your children, right? This is not you abusing your children. That's you and your parents. This is siblings now. This isn't your relationship partner, your fiance, your wife, or your parents. This is siblings or friends. You have a friend or a sibling who would use their failures or use things that they've done for you that should have been out of love to use against you. Um, a good example of this is Shameless. The main character Fiona expected the kids to still decide to like listen to her. This is when they all were like adults at this point, except for Liam, the youngest. They were all adults at this point, and their mom left them some substance to use as money that she had as an inheritance. And she had told them not to do it. Bear in mind you, they grown ass adults, and she is a grown ass adult. So these are not her kids. She's their sister, not their mother. She lost custody of them seasons ago after the crap she pulled. So I think she did at least. So when things started going bad for them, instead of like telling them, don't worry, we're going to fix this, we're family, or saying that, guys, you're an adult, you got to figure this out for yourselves, she decides to sit there and tell these people that they should have listened to her. She reminds them that their mother, who was bipolar and mentally unstable, mind you, severely suicidal, had abandoned them when she had no mental capacity to take care of them. Their father, who has been an alcoholic most of his life and was even abused as a child by his own mother mentally and emotionally, even by his own brothers who told him he wasn't worth a damn thing, had abandoned them, and that everything they accomplished in their life was because of her. Their good grades, them going to college, their job, like any good thing that happened to them, they would have not been able to do that stuff. They would have not been able to survive this long if it wasn't for her. And that they need to tell her to her face that she was right and they should have listened to her. Because without her, they're not going to make it in life. That's abuse. Okay? Just so y'all know, for that very reason, I don't fucking respect that character. Because I don't like people like that. I don't give a fuck if you have this, like, I'm not gonna rant about it, but at this point, I know a lot of people know that TV show. I don't give a fuck if she lost her childhood. You don't throw shit like that in people's face. You don't do that. That's fucked up. Basically, that's not nice. That's not cute. Like, if you really truly love your family, you will sacrifice for your family. No questions asked. There should never be you throwing nothing back in nobody's face. But that's what Sophie's doing to Will. She's saying, I gave up this, I gave up that. So now you're just going to sit here and tell me that everything I gave up just so you could pursue your dreams, you just going to give up? Throwing it back in his face. And here's the thing, though. Just like them damn kids didn't ask Fiona to raise them. They could have went to the damn orphanage and found somebody. She chose. Just like she chose to do the things that she did in her adult life, just like she chose to mess up her own damn life, which she did. Sophie chose to give up all those things. Will did not ask her to do that. Will did not ask that of her. And for her to turn that around and tell him that that means that if I'm abusing you verbally, emotionally, and mentally, you deserve it because I sacrificed for you just so you could be a winner. You should be thanking me after everything I did for you. No. Because if you were my sister and you said you truly fucking love me, you would do this for me regardless. Regardless. But the fact that she just threw that shit in his face at that moment, at that given time, if anybody told me they liked that character, you have got to tell me why. Because I'm telling you, in the back of my mind, I think subconsciously, I try my best not to think about it. I try my best not to let that sit there and make me guess that, hey, maybe this means she don't give a damn about her brother, right? Let me forget that was even said or done, right? It was bare in the back of my self-conscious that now that I can remember and know she said this, I'm thinking in the back of my head, what the fuck? So, like, because you couldn't. Now, I could have swore I saw something back there. And then when I turn around, it's not there. I think I need to get some sleep. I'm starting to see shit. So, basically, I forgot what I was saying. Because you couldn't succeed or put forth the effort to succeed in your life, to go to school, to make some of yourself, to actually make goals, to make plans, to go to college, to finish school. You ain't been to school, right? You got paid debts. Because you couldn't put forth the effort in your life to do what you should have been doing. It's my job to do it for you, to clean up your fuck up mess. With money made from my blood, sweat, and tears to fund your lifestyle. That way you don't never gotta work. Like at this point, I think I understand the true meaning of why certain people say maybe love is a 4-letter word. And some people ask, a 4-letter word for what? It doesn't have a meaning. It's just 4 letters put together. It don't have a meaning. They mean by love is just another 4-letter word. Because that's what it is. It's a bunch of letters to make a word with no meaning. So I think that really pisses me off because I do not understand why people hate Will. I do not understand how these misunderstandings keep happening. Why his words and the things that he does is being taken out of so much context that he's made to be the problem, right? But he's not doing a damn thing. He's been traumatized. He's been moved place to place without no place to actually call his home. He's never had a damn childhood. He's never had a chance to just actually make friends. He's never had a chance to just decide his own fate for himself. He's being emotionally and mentally and verbally abused by someone that's supposedly supposed to love him. And then the one person that he can trust, because he mentions and talks about how great it is that you are a mermaid, and that is something that is a part of you, and that it is who you are because it's an extension of yourself. It is believed that he only loves the mermaid within you, so you tell him to leave you alone. And I'm expected as a viewer to look at this man and say, you are a problem, sir, because you want to find out what the fuck knocked you out while you was exploring a cave and you were being gaslit harshly and unfairly into believing that you are fucking insane and mentally ill, that you, sir, are a terrible person for throwing water on someone who goes through these stages of misunderstanding you, has already accused you of leading her on, now is accusing you of only giving a shit about her because she's a mermaid, when there's a load of fucking bullshit that you literally have known her for 9 full fucking episodes, and you at that point have gotten to know her through those 9 episodes, and not one of them episodes did he ever think you was a mermaid. He just found out. Give the man a chance to process that apparently a person that the fan base says you're supposed to be with is the main person that's screaming in your fucking face 24/7, downing you, putting distrust on you, casting doubt on you, saying that you are a problem, paranoid about you, constantly thinking you crazy, being so harsh enough to where she don't even value your feelings, and justify with that it has to be done because we have to protect our secret. Now, before anybody say, okay, so what about Charlotte? We talking about Will, what about Charlotte? Two different scenarios, two different people. She was abusive, she was a villain, she was a terrible person, she gaslit, manipulated, and abused Lewis. And I'm not finna sit here and victimize her, but I'm damn for sure finna let Will be a victim because Will is a victim. He's not doing anything to deserve any of this shit. What is he doing that is so fucking bad that he deserves to be constantly misunderstood, abused, and mistreated, and fucking made out to be a bad guy? What is he doing that no character on this show has not already done? Because every other character has displayed these same fucking behaviors. But everybody can overlook that shit. Everybody can forgive them. Everybody can be lolly-dee-die with them characters. So why is he different? Because he's new? No, that's not fair. I don't care if he has not been here since season 1. It does not matter. If any other character has done this, they should be given the same damn energy that Will is getting. Because I guarantee you there's people till this damn day that still don't like his damn character. And for what reason? What reason? We knew Emma wasn't going to be in season 3. We knew that. We were told that before season 2 ended. We knew she wasn't going to be here. People had months, years to get over Emma's loss. Then you got Lewis leaving. Lewis is going out to pursue his damn dreams. What the fuck is there for him to stick around for? To do what? The same shit he been doing since season 1? For what? They don't want to do a damn thing with him. They wait to season 3 to do 2 new things with him, and they don't even expand on that shit. He might as well go somewhere else. They're not gonna do anything with him. At least they doing something with Will. At least Will's PTSD makes sense. And shit, Will got attacked. Zane wasn't a fucking attack. Zane ass damn near drowned because he was being a doofus. Emma saved his life and he tried to make a profit off the poor fucking girl. Will went to the island, didn't do nothing wrong, was amazed by what he was seeing, and got fucking knocked completely the fuck out. What is he doing wrong? What is he doing wrong? It's like everybody on here is shitting on this man. For what? What is he doing wrong? He's not being given a lick of fucking chance. I take that back. Cleo has had her moments where she has defended him from time to time. And Lewis has not been around like that. It's everybody else. It's Bella Bella going through all these misunderstandings. Rikki being an ass to him. Zane obviously got an issue. He started some beef for no reason. Nate's just a fucking piece of shit. And Sophie is a materialistic, money grabbing, manipulative, abusive human being. Now, fuck that. Not even a human being. A bitch is what she is. So I ask you, what is he doing wrong for them to act like this? What is he doing wrong? Nothing. He hasn't done anything wrong yet. Shit, I was fine with Zane. He was a bully. Hitman tormented them. Shit, I was fine with Charlotte because Charlotte was into someone else's boyfriend. Charlotte abused that same damn boyfriend. I was fine with her being gaslit because it made fucking sense. They were protecting their secret. And on top of that, I had no respect for her and to give shit two damn things about the character because of what she was doing to Lewis. But Will has not done nothing wrong to nobody on here. So make it make sense. Like, I'm literally asking y'all. I am not begging y'all. I am literally being direct with y'all. I want to see a comment. I got 14 subscribers. Somebody got a comment to explain me what is the serious issue. What is the real issue with Will? Seriously, if you do not like this character, give me something that he is doing wrong that justifies him being hated. I just got to know. That's all I got for y'all. I hope you have a blessed day. I hope you have a wonderful day. If no one told you this today, I'm telling you, I love you, and I love these characters even if they piss me off. But damn it, somebody got to tell the truth. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till again, bye guys.